Now let's move on to the third main. So for the following APs, write the first term and the common difference. So we have the first problem. So 3, 1, minus 1, minus 3. Okay. So let us write. So here, so what is first term? So first term equals, we have A1. This is nothing but A1. It is nothing but, it's equal to, it is also nothing but A. We call it as A. And here we have the first term as 3. So let us write the, let us write it as 3. Then we have the common difference. Common difference. So common difference, we have P is nothing but, so it is nothing but A2 minus A1. That is second term minus first term. So here we have the second term as 1, whereas the first term is 3. So 1 minus 3. So 1 minus 3 is nothing but minus 2. Okay, children. Now I move on to the second problem. So now here we have the first term. So same way, let us write down. So here the first term is nothing but equal to A1. So A1 equals to A, which is nothing but minus 1. Okay. Now we have the common difference. Right, children? So with the common difference. Common difference is nothing but, I told you, it is A2 minus A1, which is nothing but, what is A2 here? We have minus 1 and minus this one. And what is my A2 A1? That is the first term. It is minus 5. So when you want to write minus 5, make sure that you use brackets. So minus of minus 5. So I repeat once again. So here we have the first term, a negative term. So whenever you want to involve any negative terms, so when you're using negative terms, you should be very careful with using brackets. Okay, always use brackets. That too when you're using minus sign. So minus 1, minus of minus 5. Okay. So now this will become, so in the next step, what I write is it's equal to minus 1. Minus of minus is nothing but plus. It is like minus into minus, it becomes plus. So minus 1 plus 5 will give you 4. Okay. So now the common difference is 4. So the first term is minus 5, whereas the common difference is 4. Now we move on to the third problem. So third problem, here we notice it's actually uh, it's all like fractions, because here we have all the denominators are same. So all the denominators same. When denominators are same, they are nothing but like fractions. When the denominators are different, it is unlike fractions. So now it is very easy for us to solve when you have a like fractions. Okay. Now how to go about it? So here also the same way. So now I write it like this. So what is the first term? So here the first term A equals to. So what is A equals to? 1 by 3, right? Now, then comes the common difference, right? So common difference, as I told you, it is A2 minus A1, right? So when I say A2 minus A1, so now what is the second term now here? Second term is 5 by 3. 5 by 3 minus 1 by 3. So which will give you as 4 by 3, correct? So it is 4 by 3. 4 by 3. That's it. So now the first term is 1 by 3, whereas common difference is 4 by 3. I move on to the fourth question. So here we have The first term A1 equals to A, which is nothing but 0.6, right? Then we have the common difference. So let's write the common difference. As I told you, it is A2 minus A1, right? So common difference D equals A2 minus A1. It is nothing but 1.7 minus 0.6, which will be nothing but 1.1. Okay. Then I go for the the fourth main. So we have the fourth main. Which of the following are APs? If they form an AP, find the common difference D and write three more terms. Okay. So we have the first question like this 2, 4, 8, 60. Okay. Let us put it in next page better. Now here, what we have to do is, first of all, if you want to find out whether it's an AP or not, I need to find out the differences between any two consecutive terms. So first I'll find out A2 minus A1. So let us find out A2 minus A1. So A2 is second term, that is 4 minus 2. So 4 minus 2 will be nothing but 2. Okay. Then the next one, what we have to find out? We have to find out A3 minus A2. So I find out A3 minus A2, that is third term minus the second term. Third term is nothing but 8 minus. So we have 4, which is equal to 4, right? So now, what you observe from this? See here, we observe that A2 minus A1 and A3 minus A2 are different. They are not equal. So, right, we observe that A2 minus A1 is not equal to A3 minus A2. So, what is the final conclusion? So, I write that hence the given sequence is not a AP. Right, children? Okay. I move on to the second problem. Okay. So, now here comes the fraction. So, when it comes fractions, you should be very careful during the subtractions. Okay, so be careful. So now here also same way, just go for the A2 minus A1. Okay, it is equal to. So here we have the second term is pi by 2 minus. Then what is the first term? First term is 2, right? Then in the next step, what I can write it as, so see here, pi by 2. This 2 can be written as 2 by 1. So I write it as 2 by 1. And you can do the cross multiplication. So I had shown you in the last video how to do the cross multiplication, right? So here we do the cross multiplication. So 2 into 1 is, so in the denominator, 2 into 1 is 2, whereas numerator 5 into 1 is 5, minus 2 into 2 is 4. So which will give you 1 by 2, right? Okay. So let me show you how we did it. So here, first 2 into 1. So 2 into 1 is 2. Then we have 5 into 1 is 5. And then 2 into 2. So 2 into 2 is 4. Okay. So 5 minus 4 will be equal to 1. Okay, children, right? Now we got it as A2 minus A1 as half, correct? Now let us find out A3 minus A2. So that is third term minus second term. Okay. So what will happen here in this case? So we have the third term as 3. 3 minus and A2. What is A2? We have 5 by 2. Okay. So 3 minus 5 by 2 will be equal to. So again, what I said. So we need to write this 3 as 3 by 1. So I'm going to write it as 3 by 1 here. So I'm going to write 3 as 3 by 1 minus 5 by 2. Okay. And then the next step, what we have to do? We have to do the cross multiplication. So 1 into 2 is 2 and 3 to the 6, 5 1 is 5, right? So which is nothing but equal to, again, we get it as 1 by 2, right? So now what do you notice from this? What do you notice from this? So I write that here, a2 minus a1 is equal to a3 minus a2, right? So let us write that here, a2 minus a1 is equal to a3 minus a2. So here we can write that the given sequence is an AP. So you can write it as the given sequence is an AP. Okay, understood? I move on to the uh, third problem. So before that, actually they are asked for write three more terms. Okay, first let us write up three more terms here. Okay, so three more terms means we need to add it up. We need to add additional two terms. All right, additional three terms. So let us do that. Okay. So now since we have the since the given sequence is an AP, we have to write up three more terms. Okay. So now what is the common difference here? So what is the common difference we notice? It's equal to 1 by 2, correct? So now we can write like this. Also, the common difference is 1 by 2, correct? So now, what is A5? So we need to write A5. Why A5? Because here, first term A1, second term A2, third term is A3, and fourth term is A4. So now I need to find out fifth, sixth, and seventh, right? So what is A4? A5 is equal to A4 plus D. That is fourth term. So where is the fourth term now? Fourth term is 7 by 2. So let us write that 7 by 2 plus. Now I need to add a common difference. That is 1 by 2. Okay. Now 7 by 2 plus 1 by 2 is nothing but, so you can add the numerators because the denominators are common. So just write the common denominator first and then numerator add it up. 7 plus 1. Okay. So this gives, right, so 7 plus 1. So 7 plus 1 is actually 8. 8 by 2. You get it as how much? 8 divided by 2 will give you 4. So I can write the answer as 4. Okay. The next one. No need to show that 8 by 2. Just I'm telling you how we get it. Okay. Right. And then next one, we have A6. So what is A6? So A6 is A5 plus D. Right. So A5 is fifth term. So let us see the fifth term. So for fifth term, it is 4, right? It is 4 plus, I need to add a common difference, right? So let us write the common difference. Earlier I said 4 can be done as 4 by 1. So write it as 4 by 1 plus 1 by 2 is equal to. So you can apply the cross multiplication, right? So let us apply the cross multiplication method. So 1 2 are 2. Okay, 4 2s is 8 plus 1, right? 1 into 1 is 1. So 8 plus 1 is 9, 9 by 2. Okay, so now this is done. Then we have A6, right? So let us find out. Now we have A7. I need to find out A7. So what is A7? A7 is equal to A6 plus D is equal to, is nothing but, so we have sixth term as 9 by 2 plus, again I need to write half, just add up half, which is equal to. So we have to add the numerators with the common denominator 2 and here numerator 9 plus 1, which gives you, what is 9 plus 1? It will be equal to 10, right? So I'll write it as 10 by 2 is equal to 5. Okay, right, children? Okay, I move on to the next problem, third problem. So now here, we have A2 minus A1. A2 minus A1 is nothing but minus 3.2 minus. So here you are involving a negative sign. We're coming across negative sign. So should be careful. Minus 3.2 minus of minus 1.2. Okay. And then this will be equal to minus 3.2 minus of minus is plus 1.2. Okay. Now when you do the subtraction, so it becomes minus 2.0. Okay. So you should be very careful. We should put the decimal points properly. Then we have A3 minus A2. So we have A3 minus A2 is nothing but, so A3 is a third term, that is minus 5.2 minus, then again here you have the negative sign involved. So minus 3 minus of minus 3.2, which is equal to minus 5.2 plus 3.2 is nothing but is equal to minus 2.0, right? Now, what do we notice from this? So we notice that A2 minus A1 is equal to A3 minus A2. So I can say that hence the given sequence is an AP, right? Now, what is the common difference you find out? So the common difference, what we found out is D equals to minus 2.0, right, children? Now, I go for the additional three terms we need to find out. So now we have A5 is equal to A4 plus D, that is minus 7.2 minus 7.2 minus 2.0. Okay, because here no need to put any brackets, just we can directly add it. So minus 2.0 minus 7.2 minus 2.0, just add it up. So it becomes minus 9.2 because same sign, since it is same sign, we can add it up. So it will be minus 9.2. Then we have the A6 term. So let us write A6. A6 is equal to A5 plus D, is nothing but minus 9.2 minus 2.0, which is nothing but minus 11.2. Then we have the seventh term. The seventh term is A7 is equal to A6 plus D, which is nothing but minus 11.2. See here we have the seventh term minus 11.2 minus 2.0. Okay. So you're going to add the common difference. So now why it is minus 2.0? Because D is negative, right? Minus 2.0. That's why we are writing it as minus 2.0. Okay. Equals to. So it's equal to minus 13.2. Then we move on to the next problem. So we have the fourth problem, that is minus 10 points, minus 10, minus 6, minus 2, and 2. Okay, dot, they given. So here we have A2 minus A1. So let us see that. A2 minus A1 is nothing but minus 6 minus of. So using minus 10. So I'm using bracket here, equals to minus 6 plus 10 is equal to 4. Okay. Next, I have a3 minus a2. So a3 minus a2 will be nothing but again it is a3 is minus 2 minus of minus 6. Right? So then we have what it will be equal to? It's equal to minus 2 plus 6, which will give you 4. Okay. Now what you observe? So we observe that a2 minus a1 and a3 minus a2 are equal. So let us write the conclusion. So we observe that a2 minus a1 is equal to a3 minus a2. Hence, the given sequence is a AP. Right, children? Okay. Next. Here, since it's an AP, now what is the D here? Common difference. The common difference is 4, right? Now we have to write the additional 3 terms. So now A5 is nothing but A4 plus D. That is a 4 term plus common difference. Now what is the 4th term here? 4th term is 2, right? So 2 plus, so here the 4th term 2 plus common difference is 4. So what is 2 plus 4? It's equal to 6. Then we have the A6. So A6 will be equal to A5 plus B. The 5th term is 6 already. We got it right from the previous step. 6 plus common difference again 4, which is equal to 10. Then we have A7. So what is A7 is equal to? So A7 is nothing but A6 plus D. So A6 plus D. So what is 6? A6 actually got from the previous step, that is 10 plus 4 is equal to 14. Yeah, right? So now I move on to the 5th problem. So 3 plus 3 root 2 plus 3 2 root 2 plus 3 plus 3 root 2 dot dot dot, right? Now we shall find out the common difference of the first, second term and the first term. So here A2 minus A1. So A2 minus A1 is nothing but, so here second term is what? 3 plus, we have 3 plus root 2, right? 3 plus root 2 minus second term. Second term, first term is 3, correct? So 3 plus root 2 is the first term and 3 is the 3 plus 2 is the second term and 3 is the first term. So do the subtraction. So 3 and 3 gets cancelled, right? So here 3 and 3 gets cancelled. 3 and 3, you can cancel it off. So you'll be left out with root 2. So I'm going to write it as root 2. And the next one. Then we have A3 minus A2. So let us write that. A3 minus A2. Again, this will be 3 plus 3 root 2. So 3 plus 2 root 2 minus 3 plus 2 root 2 minus minus. Then we have, I'm going to write this 3 plus 2 root 2 in bracket. Okay, that is the third term is 3 plus 2 root 2 minus second term is 3 plus root 2. So you should be very careful in this while you write it. So here we have the A3 minus A2. So let us see, we are going to open the bracket now. If I open the bracket, okay, now see what happens. So here we have it's equal to 3 plus 2 root 2 minus 3 minus root 2. Now which in turn, so 3 and 3 gets cancelled. 2 root 2 minus, this root 2 is nothing but 1 root 2. This is nothing but, you can write it as 1 root 2. So it will be equal to root 2, right? So this will be equal to root 2 equal to root. Now here you got a2 minus a1 as root 2 and a3 minus a2 also as root 2. So what's the conclusion? So we say that we observe that a2 minus a1 is equal to a3 minus a2, hence the given sequence is at AP. Okay. And then now what is the common difference here? So common difference, as I told you, here root 2 is appearing right a2. So that's why root 2 is the common difference. Yeah. Now we have to find out the fifth, sixth, and the seventh term. So fifth term is a4 plus d. What is a4 here? a4 is the fourth term is we have a 3 plus 3 root 2. So 3 plus 3 root 2. And for this, I'm going to add which one? I'm going to add the root 2. So I'm going to add root 2 there. Root 2 is a common difference here, right? So which is equal to. So now just root 2 means I can just write it as, I can write it as 1 root 2. So 3 plus 1 is how much? 4. So it's like 3x plus 2, 3x plus 1x. So it will be 4x. Similarly, we can write like this. 3 plus 4 root 2. Okay. Next one, I need to write a6. So a6 is the sixth term. So a5 plus d is equal to, so 3 plus 4 root 2, right? 4 root 2 here, right now. Then I need to add the common difference, that is root 2, correct? So as I told you, you can just write 1, okay, here in front of root 2. So now now what will happen? So 3 will be as it is written, okay? 4 root 2 and 1 root 2 will become how much? So it will be 3 plus 4 root 2 plus 1 root 2 is 5 root 2. So let us write 3 plus 5 root 2. Then we have the seventh term. Seventh term is a6 plus d, which is nothing but 3 plus 5 root 2. 3 plus 5 root 2. And then plus, what is the common difference? Same way. So you're going to write root 2. That can be written as 1 root 2. Now we are going to add up 5 root and 1 root 2 will give you 6 root 2. Right? So I can write that. So let us write that. So it will be 3 plus 6 root 2. Okay. Now I move on to the sixth problem. So 0 0.2, 0 0.22, 0 0.222, 0 0.2222. Okay. So now here. So over here, what is a2 minus a1? Let us see. So a2 minus a1 is nothing but, so it is 0.22 minus 0.2. Okay. So this one, you need to convert into like decimals. They are like decimals means you should have the same number of decimal places. So the first one, the A2 had two decimal places, whereas A1 has only one decimal place. So I make it into like decimals. So just add 0 here. So now 0.22 minus 0.20. It is like 22 minus 20. So this will be equal to how much? 0.02 will be your answer. Okay. So when you do the subtraction, so it will be how much? So let me show you how it is done, subtraction. So to be very careful, some people make mistakes while doing the decimal subtraction. So just showing you 0.20. Now it will be 2 and 2 minus 2 is 0 and here it is 0. So it is 0.02. Okay, that's why it is 0.02. Okay. Now before we are going to find out A3 minus A2. A3 minus A2 is nothing but 0.222 minus 0.22, which is nothing but I can convert it into like decimal. So just put 0 here. Now what will happen here when you do the subtraction? So similarly here also it becomes 0 point. So here we get 0 0.002. 0.002. Okay. Now are they same? No, they are different. So what we can write is here we observe that A2 minus A1 is not equal to A3 minus A2. Hence, the given sequence is not a AB. Okay. I move on to the next problem. The seventh problem. So now here in this, so A2 minus A1. So A2 is nothing but minus 4 minus of A1. So what is A1? A1 is 0. So minus 4 minus 0, minus 4 minus 0 is nothing but minus 4. Then we have A2 minus A1, A3 minus A2. A3 minus A2 will be nothing but minus 8 minus minus of minus 4, right? Which is equal to minus 8 plus 4. So minus 8 plus 4 will be equal to minus 4. So now what do you observe? So you observe that A2 minus A1 is equal to A3 minus A2. So the given sequence is an AP. So we observe that A2 minus A1 is equal to A3 minus A2, and the given sequence is an AP. Now since it's an AP, now what is the common difference here? So common difference is minus 4, right? Now we have to write down the next three terms. So we have A5, A5 is equal to A4 plus D, A4 is nothing but minus 12, minus 4. So minus 12 minus 4 will be minus 60. Then I'm going to write which one? A6, sixth term is equal to minus 16, minus 4 is nothing but minus 20. And then we have A7 is equal to A6 plus D is nothing but minus 20, minus 4 is nothing but minus 24. Okay, children, right? I move on to the next problem. Okay, minus 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2, and put dot. Okay, now here, same way, just find out A2 minus A1. So you should be very careful while you do the subtraction because sometimes we might arrive at wrong conclusion also. So you should be very careful while you do the subtraction. A2 minus A1 will be equal to, so now I have minus 1. So first we write minus 1, minus of, then again you have bracket. So you need to enclose minus 2, minus of, so I'm going to put a bracket here. So this will be equal to, so nothing but we get minus 1 plus 1 because minus 1 minus or minus is plus, so it is minus 1 plus minus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. So minus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 they get cancelled out, so it becomes 0, right? Then we find out A3 minus A2, which is equal to, again it will be minus 1 by 2, same way. Here also we get the same situation. Okay. Minus half, minus 1 by 2 is equal to, we get it as minus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2, which is equal to 0. Now, what you observe? So we observe that A2 minus A1 is equal to A3 minus A2. Hence, the given sequence is an AP. Okay. Now, what is your common difference? So, as I told you, so here common difference is 0. Okay. Now, what is A5? Fifth term. A5 is equal to A4 plus D. This is nothing but minus 1 by 2 plus 0, which is equal to minus 1 by 2. Then we have A6 is equal to, again it is minus 1 by 2 plus 0, which is equal to minus 1 by 2. Yeah. Then again we have A7 is nothing but A6 plus D is equal to. So again you get the same step, right? So we got the answer. Now I move on to the ninth question. Yeah. Now, so what is A2 minus A1? Yeah. So A2 minus A1 is 3 minus 1, which is equal to 2. Next we have A3 minus A2 is equal to 9 minus 3 is equal to 6. Now what is the conclusion we find? We find that A3 minus A2 and A2 minus A1 are not equal. Observe that A2 minus A1 is not equal to A3 minus A2. So we can say that hence the given sequence is not an AP. Then we have the 10th term, A2, A3, A4, A, right? So here A2 minus A1 is nothing but 2A minus A, which is equal to A. Then we have A3 minus A2 is equal to 3A minus 2A, which is equal to 1. Or I can just write it as A. So what do you notice here? So we say that A2 minus A1 is equal to A3 minus A2. So I'm going to write like this. Remember that A2 minus A1 is equal to A3 minus A2. Hence the given sequence is at AP. Now we are going to write the additional three terms. So for that, what is the common difference here? We have the common difference as A. Right? Don't get confused. This is the other value A. Okay, it's not the first term. It's A means something else. Okay, so don't get confused with this A first term. So here A is the one what we found it in the problem. Okay. Now we have the common difference. So now we need to find out the fifth term. So A5 is equal to A4 plus D, which is equal to 4A plus A, which is equal to 5A. Then we have A6. So A6 is A5 plus D, which is equal to 5A plus A is equal to 6A. Then we have the seventh term. A7 is equal to A6 plus D, which is equal to 6A plus A is equal to 7. Then we have the 11th problem. So here we have a square, a cube, a power 4, correct? So a2 minus a1 is nothing but a square minus a. Let us write that a square minus a, which is nothing but, I can write here, I need to take out a as common. If I take out a as common here, we get a minus 1, okay? And then we have a3 minus a2. This is nothing but a cube minus a square. This is nothing but here. I can take out a square as common factor. When you take out a square as common factor, you get a minus 1. Now, what do you notice from this? So we notice that a2 minus a1 is not equal to a3 minus a2. Hence, we say that the given sequence is not an AB. Okay. Now I go for the 12th problem. So root 2, root 8, root 18, root 32. So here a2 minus a1. So a2 minus a1 is nothing but root 8 minus root 2, right? Is equal to. Now root 8, I can write it as root of 4 into 2, right, children? So 4 to 8, I can write within the root. So the root of 4 into 2, okay, minus this root 2. This root I write it as this, okay. Now, if you get confused, I just put a light, I highlight with the color, okay, just for identification purpose. So root 8, I just put the green color, and this root 2, I'm going to put some color. Let me use this. Now this will become, what is square root of 4? Square root of 4 will become 2. So it becomes 2 root 2. So this becomes 2 root 2. So it becomes 2 root 2. So this one, I can write it in green color. Okay. Minus root 2. Okay. This will be equal to, so root 2 minus 2 root 2 minus root 2 is nothing but root 2. Yeah. Next, we need to find out a3 minus a2. So which is equal to, so right, root 18 minus root 8. Yeah, which is equal to. This one root 18 can be written as root of 9 into 2 minus root 8 again, it can be written as root of 4 into 2. Okay. Then 9 root 2 can be written as, okay. So, so this will be equal to, 3 root 2. So let me write it 3 root 2 minus 2 root 2 minus 2 root 2. What is 3 root 2 minus 2 root 2? It will be root 2. So which will be equal to root 2. Okay. Now what we notice that a2 minus a1 is equal to a3 minus a2. Hence, the given sequence is an easy. Now what is the common difference here? Common difference is root 2, right? Now we have to find out the a5. So as you know, a5 is equal to a4 plus d. This is nothing but. So what is fourth term? Fourth term is nothing but you have what is fourth term here? Root 32, right? So let us write out root 32. Now I need to add common difference. It is root 2, right? Is equal to. Now root 2 can be root of 32 can be as root of 60 plus 16 to 16 to 2. So root 32 can be root of 16 into 2 plus again root 2. I'll write as it is. Okay. Then which is equal to. So this will become equal to. So this will become 4 root 2 plus root 2 because square root of 16 is 4 and the 2 is kept as it is. Now 4 root 2 plus root 2. So this I can write as 1 root 2. This can be written as 5 root 2. 5. Okay. Then we can add it up. So now we need to write out a6. It's nothing but 5 root 2 plus d. What is d value? D value is root 2. 5 root 2 plus 1 root 2 will give you 6 root. Then we have a7. A7 is equal to a6 plus d is equal to 6 root 2 plus root 2. So 6 root 2 plus root 2 is nothing but this can be 1 root 2. So this will be equal to 7 root 2. Right, children? Next problem we have 13 problem. Root 3, root 6, root 9, root 1. Yeah. This is also similar. So here a2 minus a1 is equal to root 6 minus root 3. Then I write a3 minus a2, which is nothing but root 9 minus root 6. Okay. Or this can be written as root 9 is 3, 3 minus root 6. So now, what you can confirm? So here, A3 minus A2 is not equal to A2 minus A1, right? So we can write like we did, we write the conclusion. We observe that A2 minus A1 is not equal to A3 minus A2. Hence, the given sequence is not an A2. Okay, any doubts? So we can, so if you have any doubts, you can go through the video once again, right, children? Okay, and we have the one more question. One. So here, what is A2 minus A1? A2 minus A1 will be 3 square minus 1 square. So 3 square minus 1 square is equal to 3 square is nothing but 9 minus 1. So 9 minus 1 will be giving you 8. Okay. Then we have A3 minus A2 is equal to how much? 5 square minus 2 square. So 5 square minus 3 square. 5 square minus 3 square is nothing but 25 minus 1 is equal to 60. Right? So what we conclude from this? Conclude that A2 minus A1 is not equal to A3 minus A2. Hence, the given sequence is not a AP. So the 14th one is what? Oh, now we have the 15th one. Okay. Sorry. So here we have A2 minus A1. A2 minus A1 will be equal to 5 square. So we have the 5 square minus 1 square. Second term is 5 square. First term is 1, so 1 square. So 25 minus 1 will give you 24. Then I have A3 minus A2 is nothing but 7 square minus 5 square, which is equal to 7 square is 49 minus 25. So it will be equal to, again, it will be 24. So we observe that A2 minus A1 is equal to A3 minus A2, correct? So now we can see here 7 square minus, so 5 square minus 1 square is how much? 24, A3 minus A2, that is 7 square minus 5 squares. What is 25, which will be equal to 24. Now let us see 73 minus 49. Well, that is also we need to find out. Okay. And we will find out. So it is A3 here, A4 minus A3 is equal to 73 minus 49. 73 minus 7 square. Right? So now what we get here? 73 minus 49. So now what we get from this, when you do subtraction, here again we get plus 24, right? So 4 plus 9, 31 plus 4, 30. Here we get how much? Do subtraction, okay? So 13 minus 73 13 minus 9 is 4. Okay, so 6 minus 4 is 2, so 24, right? So we can write that A2 minus A1 is equal to A3 minus A2 or equal to A4 minus A. Okay, all of them are 24, hence the given sequence is an AP. Okay. Also, now what is the common difference? Common difference is 24. So we find A5. So what is A5 is equal to A4 plus D. That is 73 plus 24 is equal to 97. Then we have A6 equal to A5 plus B, is nothing but 97 plus 24, which will give you, so it will be equal to 121. So 121 is, you can write it as 11 square. And then we have the seventh term. Seventh term is A7 plus A6 plus B. A7 is A7 is equal to A6 plus B. So that is 121 plus 24. It will give you 145.